Good morning, Corinne from Mama's Little Lambs. Hope everyone is doing well. This morning I am going to share with you 5 must-have read-alouds by subject, and I will be back to share with you the books that I have. Welcome back. This morning I'm going to share with you 5 must-have read-alouds by subject, and this is a collaboration hosted by Ingrid over at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles, and I will list her information down below, and I will also leave a playlist so you can check out anybody else that will be joining us in this collaboration and watch their amazing videos. So I am going to share with you 5 nature books. As you can see, we're going to talk about nature, and I am going to share with you what I'm using for my preschooler. And it is fun and exciting teaching preschoolers about all the great things God has shared with us in nature. And the first book I want to share with you is called My First Reference Book About Nature, and it's an Usborne book. I have several Usborne books. I love their books. They have beautiful illustrations and so much educational information they share in them. So they're amazing. So this one is all about nature. Go in here to the first page. It kind of gives you in the contents, it tells you what we're going to talk about. What is nature, nature's year, plants and flowers, about trees, kinds of animals, more about animals, all about birds, insects, and bugs. The deep dark sea, by the water, on the beach, animal tracks, nature quiz, spotting game, glossary, and the index. So it covers so many wonderful things. My little boy loves nature. We love to be outdoors as much as possible. Here are some of the beautiful illustrated pictures they share with you. It says, what is nature? Nature is all living things on the earth. Trees, plants, animals, birds, fish, and bugs are all part of nature, and so are you. It has a little girl and boy, and they're playing in the falling leaves. It talks about toadstools. It talks about squirrels. Make a nature table. This is always fun to do. We do sensory bins also, but this is fun to do. Make a nature table. These are the kinds of things you could collect to put on a nature table. We do a lot of scavenger hunts, and we take our bags and we fill them with goodies, and then we bring them home and we get to see and share with what we found. So this is a great one to do. It also talks about nature's year. It goes through plants and flowers, helpful bees, and what do bumblebees do? Talks about trees and why they change and what causes them to change and lose their leaves. It talks about different kinds of animal, and it talks about 6 main animal groups. There's just great information. It talks about the food chains that we have. It goes through different kinds of birds, what kind of feeders they like, what kind of seed and other things do they eat, insects and bugs, the deep dark sea. This would be a good part for us to use on our ocean unit study we're going to do. By the water. I love tadpoles. I had a tadpole named Charlie. I caught him. He was just a small little tadpole. He grew his back legs and then the front, and I had to let him go. It was a sad day, but it was a great experience for kids to be able to do this. So this book just covers so many great things to do, things to find on the beach, and it just goes through several different topics about nature. So this is a fun, great book. The next book I have is also an Usborne book. It's called Woodland Book. And inside this book, if we open this up, it's got beautiful illustrations. It's got a guide to the Woodland Book. And it has many great things. It talks about creatures in woodland and all sorts of leaves. It talks about shelter. It talks about springtime, exploring, and all kinds of wonderful things. A woodland journey. And it takes you through, and it tells you a story and the paths they follow and the things they find in summer woodland. That's absolutely a beautiful picture. I don't know if you can see it that great, but it's so pretty. And just all the illustrations on all the pages are absolutely beautiful. It talks about different sorts of leaves And where do we find them? And the different colors they are. Talks about be a woodland bird watcher. You can watch birds. You can keep a journal. You can draw pictures of birds. You can do so many things about birds and just keep track of them. And when you first spot them in the spring, and when do you start seeing them going away when they have to migrate. So it's just a great book. It goes through so many, like I said, beautiful. It talks about footprints. So if you spot a footprint, you'll know what kind. It talks about when they hibernate, as summer ends. It talks about different food they have. It talks about tree seeds, woodland shelters, how they build shelters to protect themselves. So just another really fantastic book. So again, this is the Usborne book called Woodland Book. The next one is On Nature Trail. Super cute. It has a little magnifying glass it comes with. It asks you, are you ready for a backpack adventure? And it tells you the things you better bring: a pen and a pencil, sunscreen, a map, a compass. You need snacks and water, bug spray, first aid kits, cameras, an extra layer of clothing. So you're all prepared to venture out. It gives you nature patch stickers. It gives you trail tips. It goes through leaves and things you'll see inside. The different leaves you'll find. It says, take a look inside. Trees on a trail. Talks about the different evergreen trees. And we have a really nice bag I got for Montessori. And it has different pine cones. And it talks about the different evergreen trees, and it talks about different pine cones. So we have gone and searched and found different pine cones and collected them, which was a lot of fun to do. It also talks about birds. It goes through several things. Music on a trail. What things make music? Those are always fun to do. Can we play drums on a stump? Can we use a leaf to make it whistle? And just so much fun. Putting some rocks and things in a plastic bottle and making shakers. So just a lot of great ideas all through this book. Absolutely love this book. Fun book. Great for boys and girls. So that's another one, On Nature Trail. The next book I'm going to share with you is called I Love Dirt. There are 52 activities to help you and your kids discover the wonders of nature. And it just goes through, this is by Jennifer Ward, and it goes through several different areas, and it talks how you can, in the springtime, it breaks down bouquets of flowers. It talks all the seasons, talks about wiggly worms, see that tree. It just has, I'll show you the pages. There's several things. It just has so many great things. Rain, rain, come again. And what does the rain bring? And just all great stuff. Backyard lullabies, moon shadows, wonderful things. Zoom in, the thinking place. Lots of wonderful things, and digging in the dirt and making mud pies and just being happy and being a little child and allowing them to lead you and just to remember the enjoyment you had when you were little. So that's another great book. I Love Dirt. The last book I'm going to share with you is called Play the Forest School Way. And it is there are woodland games, there are crafts and skills for adventurous kids. And I have marked some pages that I liked. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me get back here. It talks about magic wands that they can make. They can make jewelry. They can make arrows. They can make mud faces and put them on the trees and decorate them with all kinds of great fun things. Let's see what this marker is for. See what I have here. This talks about making beautiful headbands and just placing leaves and flowers and just great fun things to do. Kids love to be creative. You can collect all the things and bring them home, or you can use a forest to be your school and make such creative things. It also talks about, let's see, on this page, I can't remember each one that I marked, so I'll have to go back. Oh, the woodland jewelry. I love these. These are parts and pieces of wood, and you can take them home, you can sand them down, and you can run a pretty ribbon through there. You can put something to make a necklace to hold it for it to go around your neck, and you can do different things. It just says collecting natural objects and using them in different ways to adore our bodies in a practical is a practice, I'm sorry, forgive me, that stretches back into ancient history. Jewelry made from shells, stones, and even bones have survived, and they just talk about so many great things to do. This is a wonderful book. You won't run out of wonderful things to do, and you can just share this. If your children love being in the woods, they love games and crafts, and they love being adventurous, this is an awesome book. So once again, Play the Forest Way, I Love Dirt, On Nature Trail, The Woodland Book, and of course, last but not least, my first reference book about nature. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, go ahead and click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when I put out new ones. There are also a list of all the studies that we have done, all the different read-alouds for different subjects, and I do believe we have one final one to do. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day.